Hey everyone! Today we are diving into the world of APIs, or Application Programming Interface. Don't worry if it sounds complicated, we will keep it easy to understand and fun. APIs are all around us, helping apps and websites talk to each other to make our digital lives smooth and connected.
Alright, let's break it down. What exactly an API? Imagine you are at a restaurant. You place your order with the waiter who doesn't actually cook the food. Instead, the waiter takes your order to the kitchen where it's prepared and then bring it back to your table. You didn't need to go to the kitchen or know the recipe. The waiter handled everything for you. An API is like that waiter, but for apps and services. For example, let's say you open a weather app to check today's forecast. Instead of connecting to every weather station, the API sends a request through an API to a weather service. API fetches the information about bring it back to the app just like the waiter bring your food.
Exactly, and APIs aren't limited to just one function. They are everywhere, making it easy for apps to work together. For example, when you log into a new app using Google or Facebook, that's an API at work. The app uses Google's or Facebook's API to verify who you are, so don't have to create a whole new account. APIs act as a bridge, allowing apps to securely exchange data without revealing everything. So, if you are using an online banking app, APIs ensure only your account info gets shared without exposing the entire database. They are like the waiter who lets apps interact in a safe, limited way.
Right! APIs don't just handle basic stocks, they allow for powerful, flexible and even real-time interactions. Think about when you see tweets embedded in an article or watch YouTube video right on another site. That's because the site is using an API to bring in only what is needed, like a specific tweet or video, without needing to recreate the whole platform. With APIs, developers have a toolbox of ready-to-use functions. If you need a map in your app, you can use the Google Maps API. Want to add the weather info? Just use a weather API. This approach saves developers a ton of time and effort by connecting to the service that already have the data they need.
Yes, and another great benefit of APIs is security. APIs make sure that data exchange stays safe. Let's say an app requests your location to a display nearby restaurants. The API only sends the location data, not everything is about you. APIs let apps show only what needed for the task, keeping sensitive information secure. Most APIs use API keys and tokens as unique identifiers to ensure that only authorized apps can access their data. This way, only trusted users and apps get access and any sensitive data stays safe. For example, if you log into an app using Google, an authentication method called OAuth is used. This gives the app limited access to your account, like you are connected without revealing your whole profile.
Let's put it all together with an example. Say we are building a travel app that needs a map, weather updates, and flight information. With APIs, we can connect to services that already provide this data. Maps API. We would use the Google Maps API to show the map. The API key identify our app and we would send a request with the location coordinates. The response provide map data to display in the app. Weather API. To show weather data, we would connect to a weather service API, sending a request with the location to get current conditions. This is then displayed in the app for users. And Flight API. Finally, we would use an airline API to fetch real-time flight details. We would request specific data like flights between two cities, and the API would return information about available flights and delays. With APIs, we can integrate all this information without building each feature from scratch.
APIs even support advanced features like webhooks and streaming for real-time updates. Webhooks. Instead of repeatedly checking for updates, a webhook lets the server push update through your app. So, if someone completes a payment, a webhook instantly notifies your app to update the order status. Streaming APIs. Streaming APIs allow continuous real-time data flow. For example, social media feeds use streaming to show live updates without refreshing. This feature makes APIs perfect for real-time application, keeping everything updated instantly.
To sum up, APIs are powerful tools that allow different apps to communicate securely, efficiently, and in real time. They are like a digital waiter or guide, letting apps share only the information they need without exposing sensitive data. On screen, show a summary chart with key concepts: endpoint, authentication, webhook, and streaming.
Thanks to API, developers can build amazing apps by connecting to existing services instead of creating everything from scratch. APIs save time, allow for creative flexibility, and keep our data safe.
We hope this gave you a clear understanding of APIs and how they work in your everyday apps. Next time you check the weather or log into an app, remember, API is probably working behind the scenes, making everything run smoothly.
Thanks for watching and happy exploring in the world of APIs.